All right. Looks like we are live. Okay, everybody. Today I'm going to be sharing with you live so that there can be some responses. We're going to test this out, make sure the quality is good, make sure the feed is good. And as I had promised in a previous video, this is going to be a new methodology for 2018 to update, to provide some value, and provide one of the greatest values, the ability to feedback and ask some questions. So we're just kind of testing the software, make sure the studio is everything we need it to be. But all of that aside, of course, every video is here to help. So thank you. I am Andrew from Fuels, and of course, I'm here to help you to take everything that you are, take that personality, make it productive, to make those challenges that you face the challenges that you seek, and vice versa. And of course, that is the quick topic for here today. I want to talk about being able to take that what's inside and connect it with what's outside. And that's one of the biggest problems that I see faced by both employers seeking opportunities that are in, good alignment, good engagement, and as I speak with employers who are looking for the right people. And one of the fascinating things is that even some of the largest business management, professional development companies in the world, they do large-scale engagement studies. I finally recently found out some of the criterion that they use for engagement. Now, I was of the naive assumption that most of their questionnaire was around, as long as the person had a basic definition of what engagement is, that they were answering questions based upon that to say, when are you experiencing traction? Can you move forward? Are you really personally engaged? Not just are you making a difference, but are you feeling the feeling of engagement, of thriving engagement, energetic, enthusiastic engagement? And what was fascinating was all they were asking was a few different factors, but some of them like, do you have a friend at work? Do you, feel like you are listened to? Do you have a good relationship with your boss? Are you making a difference in the world? Things of that nature. Things that basically are an assumptive that if all of these life boxes are checked, that you are engaged, you are happy. And how many times have we felt that with management, especially when we, even had attempted as employees to say, I don't know if I'm really being able to give my best. I don't know if I'm fitting in. It's like, well, you've got a buddy over there, and you're helpful, and you're getting your paycheck, and as far as I know, your bills are paid. So, hey, pal or gal, if you aren't happy, what do you want me to do about it? Get back to work. To bring up a lack of engagement when all of the life boxes are checked, you usually get some pretty strong pushback and, get called a millennial or a lazy person, or the list goes on and on. But many of us have actually faced that, where we have these moments of self-doubt to say, gosh almighty, like, and rice, I should be happy. My bills are paid. No one's sick at home. I've got a job. There's plenty of people who would be jealous of that. So why am I so disengaged? Why am I so unhappy? And happiness follows engagement quite closely. But the purpose of this video is to not only poke at that problem, but to provide a solution, of course. And that's why it says challenge accepted, because there's something inherent about the human experience. I mean, we all have our foibles. We're drawn to laziness. We're drawn to greed. We're drawn to that are basically the moral equivalent of allowing gravity to take its place. That you have the opportunity to tap into your lesser nature, to take the easy way out. And there's a reason we call it the easy way out, because it's easy and it's pretty much out of anything good. That's part of our human nature. But also, maybe just as strongly, is a positive desire to sacrifice, and not in some medieval terminology, but basically to give of oneself towards something greater. Steve Jobs talks about making a dent in the universe. My favorite things to think about, am I doing that myself? I think we all have that in one form or facet, that we say, you know what, I want a life, true engagement, I have found comes from a life of alignment, that the challenges you face on a daily basis are the challenges you truly seek. Now, I do a lot of things in my day, and there are different ways that I make money for myself, my company, my family, etc. Um, and those are all well and good. They pay the bills, they help people, and that's nice to do. But truly, for me, the challenge there's three challenges I enjoy. The challenge of no, in the accomplishment of a goal, the challenge of getting someone to a personal goal that they have, not that I put in them, but that they already have. There are three challenges. One, having the right information to help them in that accomplishment of that challenge, of that goal that they have, that I can coach them towards. So it's having the information necessary. And the second is conveying that information in a way that impacts them. And then the third challenge I truly love on a continuous basis is that through the sharing of useful information in a clear and connecting way, they move forward towards their goals. So it's not just knowing the information, it's not just communicating the information, it's communicating in a way that is motivating, and that motivation sticks. And it sticks to the point of them accomplishing their goal. Now, this is something I do obviously professionally as a consultant in workforce development, but the challenge can be scratched through someone stopping at an intersection saying, "Hey, where's the local coffee shop?" I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, you go down a little ways, about 3 streets. You see that stop line down there by the bulldog statue? Right about there, you're going to turn left." Now, this is obviously fictional. I don't need to go any further, but the same joy I have sitting in an office setting, speaking with someone about their business or about what's in between them and their workforce and talent goals, I get really that same jazz out of that situation. Or even in past, when I worked at a shopping center at a clothing store, and they said, "Hey, I have a goal that I want to look this way. I want to feel this way. I want to have this color. I want to have this brand." Whenever I found out their goals, what they came for, and I had the knowledge, even if it was what place in the store it was, or on what fixture it was hanging, how to find, or even I had access to the extra storage. Just if I was the linchpin, if I was the change agent that connected them to what they wanted, especially as it relates to information. Now, you'll notice I didn't just say helping people get their goals, because goals can be met through action. Goals can be met through friendship, or just moving things forward. It's funny that if someone wanted to get healthy, I could have the goal of forgive my lack of engagement from this, but the challenge that this proposes is not the challenge I seek. And this is the point of this video, to get you thinking about what that is for you. I could help get their goals through surgery. Maybe I could do it for them. Maybe I could correct something in their body that removes an imbalance that helps them achieve their goal. I'm not really interested in that, because I'm taking them from where they are and just putting them where their goal is. And for some reason, even if their goal is achieved, I'm not really that interested. I could partner beside them and help push that. If your goal is to get your car from this intersection to around the corner because you ran out of gas or your engine failed, I get a little bit of a goal out of that. I get a little bit of a zap for being that helpful person that use my own blood, sweat, and tears and time to help them get there. Ugh. But if I could say, hey, my car's not running, and I could say, well, have you done this or have you done that? If I can help them overcome intellectual, informational gaps that are between them and their goal, that's what I'm going at. I drive my wife nuts with this, because she'll say, teach me how to do this program, and I'll want to provide information to fix it. But she's like, can you just, can you point to it, move my hand? It's like, I don't want to do that. I want to discuss, and I want to understand what methods you're using to achieve your goals. And if the fundamental foundations, and this obviously drives her nuts, But that's what I do for people. I help them overcome informational gaps by meeting them where they are, understanding what their goals are, and then providing the corrective information to help them achieve their goals more regularly. But what is it for you? In 2018, as we're doing these streams, as we're doing these live broadcasts in their different facets, as you can check the last video to see what those are going to be about. But this is also a combined video today to say, maybe one of the problems that you're facing is that the challenge that is a part of your job, whether it's the challenge to come to better information faster, the challenge to build strong internal and external relationships with customers, clients, or coworkers, maybe it's to motivate others and get them to not only say yes, but for that yes to stay, or if it's getting things done, or more specifically, is it engaging people? Starting conversations, forging relationships. Even if you're working at a fast food restaurant and you're the frontline person, that may be a challenge that you face. But is it the challenge you seek? Because that characteristic for us in Fuels, FUELZ.org, if you're interested, you can evaluate for free by taking the questionnaire. That challenge is a 3% of the population characteristic of approval, where you enjoy the challenge of forging relationships, of not only forging relationships, of getting them to smile when they think of you, of gaining their approval. That is a challenge. And for those of you who have been put on the front line, those 97% of the people who do not wake up living and breathing and seeking out that challenge, when you are faced with, go talk to that person, go say hi, you're like, God, what do I say? What do they don't like me? But for those happy few who are like, yeah, like, why didn't you, like, I was already going to do that. I love meeting new people. It's like, it's a challenge, come on, the rest of us are like, okay, bro, fine, go ahead. But isn't that a great thing when the majority of challenges that you face on a weekly basis are the things that you would naturally seek out? I have worked very hard to build and maintain a life where I am around people, both virtually and personally, where they have a strong goal, something that they are engaged to achieve. And it just so happens the information that has been created through the fuels assessment is many times the linchpin, the missing piece that they're just not aware of as far as getting to their goals through their motivators and the motivators of their team or their group that they work with, coworkers or people under your management. And it's just a wonderful life to be able to use that information to help them align with their goals through better information and to give that information in a way that they actually act upon it. Now, of course, you have your own goal. You are fueled by different things. There are different opportunities that spark that interest. But you really need to find those things out. Whether or not you use our services is neither here nor there. Whether it's through OpSpark, OPP, Spark, opportunity sparking that greatness inside, or if you're going on the personal side to find out even what gets to find a communicatable, easygoing, blue collar language, a language of production as to who you are and what that means as far as what you do, you can go to fuels.org, as I mentioned before. We ain't pulling punches in 2018. We're here to help, and if you like what we say, you'll really love the information and the system, the plug it in and turn it on system that we've created to really help make those, not only make those matches, but keep those connections of work and service, workforce development strong. So that's it for today. We will continue once again to have our a few times a week on Mondays for leaders and people who are growing in their leadership, some tools and techniques and topics that will help you prepare for getting the best out of your team. Monday mornings, Wednesdays we'll have the Wednesday Waypoint that helps people get through their week more on the worker side of things. Because on Wednesday's hump day, you're just struggling to survive, and we have those different low points in the week where you can get what you need. So that ends this video. Hope that's been a help. If you have any questions, leave them below. And yeah, please subscribe so that whenever we have an idea and we pop on and let you know something, that you're right there to appear in our chat and ask some questions. So thanks so much, guys. We'll talk at you soon. I'll next time I'll have my mouse on the button where I can end the stream properly and you won't have these awkward moments. But thank you.